Welcome to another non-stop adrenaline downhill biking action here in Three Skulls, Tagaytay. And this is the third leg of the Comensal Philippine Downhill League. Once again, all the best riders or the downhill riders were put together by the downhill riders of the Philippines, and they're all getting ready for this exciting track here in Tagaytay. For this leg, we have 5 categories, and we'll start it off with the 19 years old and below, followed by the 20 to 29, and of course, we have the 30 years old to 39 years old. And don't count them off, we have the 40 years old and above. And the final stop would be the men's elite. And let's kick things off with the 19 years old and below. Once again, this is the Comensal Philippine Downhill League, presented to you by Edgeport, the home of live action sports. And after some downhill action from the millennials, we have the final result of the 19 years old and below. On your screens right now, we have the top 10 riders. And of course, the top 3 riders will be Kimi Grande, Stu Tanaka, and Anderson Lamada.
Sa last track sa Bataan, napakahaba nung track na yun. Sabay kalahati nun technical, sabay kalahati high speed. Kaya hindi rin ako sa ganun trail. Kumpara dito sa trail na to, same thing lang pero mas flowy.
Coming up next is the 20 to 29 years old here on Edge Sport, the home of live action sports. Welcome back to the exclusive coverage of Edge Sport, the home of live action sports. And once again, we're here in Tres Calles, Tagaytay. And this is the third leg of the Comensal Philippine Downhill League. Coming up next is the 20 to 29 years old. After that non-stop adrenaline action, we have the final result of the 20 to 29 years old. On your screens right now are the top 10 riders. And of course, Ralph Ramento getting the first slot. Banjo Reyes on second. And of course, Michael Tolentino Jr. on third. Coming up next, it's the 30 to 39 years old. This is the Comensal Philippine Downhill League, presented to you by Edgeport, the home of live action sports. Welcome back to the exclusive coverage of Edgeport of the Comensal Philippine Downhill League here in Three Skulls, Tagaytay. It's been very hot here in the tracks and a lot of adjustments from the riders. Up next is the 30 to 39 years old, and the rider to watch out for is Kokoy de la Cruz, two-time winner. The winner of the 30 to 39 years old in the first and second leg of the Comensal Philippine Downhill League. Let's see some action from the 30 to 39 years old. here are the top 10 riders of the 30 to 39 years old. Once again, winning for the third time, Kokoy de la Cruz with 3 minutes and 57 seconds. Second slot, we have Eric Palomo. And on third, we have Noel Ramirez.
Siguro dahil home tracks namin to dito sa Tagaytay. Tapos persistent sa practice. Every weekend.
Coming up next, don't count them off, the 40 years old and above. More of the downhill biking action here on Edge Sport, the home of live action sports. Welcome back to the Comensal Philippine Downhill League here in Tres Calles, Tagaytay. 2 more categories to go. But first things first, we have the 40 years old and above. And here's the final verdict of the 40 years old and above top 10 riders on your screen right now, with Clinton Lee Chuan winning with a time of 4 minutes and 11 seconds, followed by Dexter Reyes. Third is Kent Pedraja. And on fourth, we have Alvin Villegas, Mon Ayento on fifth. We have Chris Alan Musne on sixth. And we have Joey Remoyan on seventh. Edwin Abo on eighth. Ronnie Jorge on the ninth place. And of course, last but not the least, we have Jeff Lubrica on 10th.
Actually, itong ride ko ngayon medyo sketchy kasi yung nangyari kasi hindi naman sa nag-aalibay or nagrarasalis. Actually, may LBM ako. Kaya yung seeding run kanina medyo nalaspag. So, ang ginawa ko na lang nung final run is, before ng final run, nagpahinga ako ng maayos, nag-rehydrate ako na nag-rehydrate. Tapos, ang ginawa ko lang is focus din. Perfect run na talaga. Iniwasan ko na talaga mag-aero.
Coming up next, the best of the best. We have the men's elite of the Comensal Philippine Downhill League here on Edge Sport. Hold on to your seats. This is the best of the best. The final group of the Comensal Philippine Downhill League. And we're talking about the men's elite. The names to watch out for, of course, we have Vance Mendoza, we have Dino Eday, and the two-time champion, Jerick Farr. And let's get it on. This is the men's elite. And that concludes the men's elite race. And once again, for the third time, Jeric Farr winning with 3 minutes and 21 seconds, followed by Nino Eday with 3 minutes and 32 seconds. And on third, we have Frederick Farr with 3 minutes and 37 seconds. On fourth, we have Bans Mendoza with 3 minutes and 40 seconds. And on fifth, we have Welmer Velayo with 4 minutes and 14 seconds. And on sixth place, we have Sian Mitchell Cura, which I'm sorry to say was not able to finish the race. Once again, congratulations to Jeric Farr winning the third leg of the Philippine Downhill League.
Yung ride ko ngayon, sobrang focused ako. Nakapag-practice naman ako ng maayos, kaya nung pagdating ng race, relax lang ako, tsaka komportable ako sa speed ko. At ngayon, hindi ako masyadong pressured kasi halos kabisado ko yung race track.
What a great way to end this day with the non-stop adrenaline downhill action here in Tres Calles, Tagaytay. We have 83 riders competing in the third leg of the Comensal Philippine Downhill League. And the winners of the 5 groups is Kimi Grande, we have Ralph Ramento, we have Kokoy de la Cruz, Clinton Lee Chuan, and of course the 3-time champion, the men's elite, we have Jeric Farr. Thanks for joining, and this is the exclusive coverage of Edgeport, the home of live action sports.